Have you ever found yourself wondering if a guy is genuinely interested in you or just being friendly? It's confusing, right? One moment he's making eye contact, laughing at your jokes, and remembering little things about you. The next, he's treating you just like everyone else. So how do you know if he really likes you or if he's just a nice guy? Today, we're going to clear up that confusion. There are certain signs that can reveal his true feelings, and once you recognize them, everything becomes much simpler. Some guys are naturally kind and polite, which makes it tricky to tell if they have romantic feelings or are just being nice. But don't worry. By the end of this video, you'll be able to tell the difference. As you watch, think about someone in your life. Is there a guy who gives you mixed signals? Maybe a friend, a coworker, or even someone you've just started talking to? Pay close attention because the signs we're about to discuss will help you see things more clearly. Let's get started. It's easy to confuse friendliness with romantic interest because people have different ways of showing kindness. Some guys are naturally polite and warm toward everyone, making it difficult to tell if they actually like you or if they're just being nice. A guy holding the door open, giving compliments, or laughing at your jokes doesn't always mean he has feelings for you. He might just be a respectful person. But sometimes those same actions can mean more when they come from someone who is genuinely interested. For example, if he goes out of his way to spend time with you, remembers small details about your conversations, or seems nervous around you, it could be a sign that his feelings go beyond friendship. Understanding these signs is important because misreading them can lead to unnecessary heartbreak or missed opportunities. If you assume someone likes you when they don't, you might get hurt when they act indifferent later. On the other hand, if you think a guy is just being polite when he actually likes you, you might never give him a chance. Imagine this. You have a guy friend who always texts first, makes time for you even when he's busy, and seems genuinely interested in your thoughts. You assume he's just a really good friend, so you never take his actions seriously. Then one day, you find out he liked you all along, but he thought you weren't interested. Moments like these show why recognizing the difference between friendliness and real attraction matters. 1. When a guy likes you, his eyes will say it before his words do. Prolonged eye contact is one of the strongest signs of attraction. If he maintains eye contact longer than usual, it's not by accident. He's captivated by you and wants to connect on a deeper level. If you notice that he often locks eyes with you in a way that feels intense or meaningful, it's likely because he's interested. This is different from quick glances. His gaze lingers, almost as if he's studying you. Even when you're in a group setting, if his eyes always find their way back to you, that's a strong clue he's into you. 2. A man who truly likes you won't leave all the conversations up to you. He'll actively initiate discussions because he wants to talk to you. If he regularly texts first, starts random chats, or finds excuses to keep the conversation going, it's not just politeness, it's interest. He might ask how your day was, bring up something you talked about before, or send you funny memes just to get a response. A guy who's only being nice will respond when spoken to, but a guy who's into you will make an effort to reach out, even when there's no real reason to. 3. People don't remember small details about someone unless they truly care. If he remembers things you said in passing, like your favorite coffee, a book you love, or an important event in your life, it shows he values your conversations. Maybe you mentioned your favorite dessert once, and the next time you're together, he surprises you with it. If he recalls small things that even you forgot mentioning, it's a sign he's paying extra attention to you. A guy who's just being nice might listen at the moment, but he won't hold on to those details for long. 4. Touch is a powerful indicator of attraction. If he finds subtle ways to touch you, it could mean he's interested. Maybe he lightly brushes your arm when talking, touches your back while guiding you through a crowd, or playfully nudges you during a joke. These small, natural touches show that he's comfortable around you and wants to feel closer. Of course, if he's respectful, he won't be overly touchy. But if he's into you, you'll notice those little moments of contact that seem to happen more with you than with others. 5. In today's world, social media plays a big role in how people express interest. If he's always engaging with your posts, liking, commenting, or consistently viewing your stories, it's a sign he's keeping tabs on you. Does he react to your pictures faster than anyone else? Does he comment in a way that grabs your attention? If he's interacting with your posts regularly, it means you're on his mind. A guy who's just being nice might like a post here and there, but someone who's interested will be more consistent in showing his presence online. 6. Teasing is a classic flirting technique. If he playfully pokes fun at you, imitates your habits, or jokingly challenges you, he's likely trying to create a bond. It's his way of keeping the conversation fun and lighthearted while also testing how you react to him. If he teases you in a way that makes you laugh rather than feel uncomfortable, it's a good sign he's attracted to you. A guy who's just being friendly won't go out of his way to joke around with you like this. His conversations will feel more neutral. 7. Body language speaks louder than words. When a guy is interested, he'll display open and inviting body language. If he leans in when talking to you, faces you directly, keeps his arms uncrossed, and mirrors your movements, he's subconsciously showing attraction. Notice if he turns his body towards you, even in a group setting, or if he naturally gravitates closer when you're talking. If his posture is relaxed and he's fully engaged, he's signaling that he's comfortable with you and wants to be in your space. 8. If a guy introduces you to his friends, it means he sees you as someone important in his life. This isn't something guys do for just anyone. If he invites you to hang out with his group or brings up his close friends in conversations with you, he might be subtly including you in his world. This is a strong sign that he's serious about getting closer. A guy who's only being nice will keep his personal life separate, while someone who likes you will want you to be a part of it. 9. Mirroring is a subconscious behavior that happens when people feel connected. If you notice that he picks up on your gestures, speech patterns, or even the way you sit, he's unknowingly syncing with you. Maybe you touch your hair, and seconds later, he does the same. Or you start using a certain phrase, and he adopts it too. These small behaviors show that he's subconsciously trying to match your energy, which is a sign of attraction and emotional connection. 10. A guy who genuinely likes you will show concern for your well-being. If he checks in when you're sick, offers to help when you're stressed, or remembers to ask about something that was bothering you, he's not just being polite, he truly cares. It's one thing to say, "Hope you feel better," and another to actually follow up with, "Are you feeling any better today?" Small acts of kindness, like making sure you get home safely or offering to help with something, show that he values you beyond just casual interactions. 11. When a guy starts making plans for the future that involve you, it's a big sign he sees you as more than a friend. If he talks about going to an event months from now and suggests you both go together, he's thinking ahead with you in mind. Maybe he casually mentions a restaurant he wants to take you to or a trip he thinks you'd both enjoy. These aren't just random comments. They show that he wants to keep you in his life long term. A guy who's just nice might make plans in the moment, but someone who likes you will think about spending time with you in the future. 12. Jealousy, even in small amounts, can be a sign of attraction. If he seems a little off when you mention other guys or suddenly acts more engaged when another guy is around, it's his protective side showing. He may not openly admit it, but subtle changes in his behavior, like jokingly asking who a certain guy is or getting slightly distant when you talk about someone else, reveal that he doesn't like the idea of you being interested in someone else. Of course, a healthy level of jealousy is fine, but if he starts acting overly possessive, that's another conversation. These signs can help you decode a guy's true feelings. If he's showing several of these behaviors consistently, there's a strong chance he's genuinely interested in you. On the other hand, if he only does one or two of these things occasionally, he might just be a friendly person. Pay attention to patterns rather than isolated moments, because when a guy really likes you, his actions will make it clear. Before taking any action, take a moment to reflect on your own feelings. Do you genuinely like him, or are you just intrigued by his attention? Attraction can sometimes be confusing, especially if you're unsure whether it's mutual or if it's just a passing interest. Spend some time considering how you feel when you're around him. Do you get excited to see him? Do you find yourself thinking about him even when he's not around? If your feelings are strong and consistent, it's a sign that you may want to explore this further. However, if you're unsure or feel indifferent, it might be best to let things unfold naturally without forcing a connection. If you do have feelings for him, creating a space for open communication is key. Many people hold back because they fear rejection, but the best way to know where you stand is by fostering honest conversations. You don't have to confess everything at once. Just start by sharing something personal about yourself. This can encourage him to do the same, helping to build trust and emotional intimacy. Simple things like mentioning how much you enjoy spending time with him or asking about his thoughts on relationships can give him the chance to express his feelings without pressure. Sometimes people need a little reassurance that their feelings are safe to share. While words matter, actions speak louder. Instead of focusing on one or two isolated moments, observe his behavior over time. Is he consistent in the way he treats you? Does he show genuine interest in your life beyond the occasional compliment or text? A man who truly likes you will remain steady in his actions, rather than being hot and cold. Pay attention to how he behaves in different situations. Does he treat you the same way when you're alone as he does in front of others? Does he prioritize spending time with you, or does he only show interest when it's convenient for him? Consistency is one of the biggest indicators of real feelings. If his actions align with his words over time, it's a strong sign that he's genuinely interested. At the same time, it's important to consider cultural and personal differences. What might be seen as flirting in one culture could simply be politeness in another. Some people are naturally more expressive, while others are reserved due to upbringing or personal experiences. If he comes from a background where affection is shown in different ways, he may not express interest in the way you expect. Instead of relying solely on general signs of attraction, pay attention to his unique way of communicating. For instance, if he's someone who doesn't easily show emotions but still makes an effort to spend time with you or listen to your thoughts, that could be his way of expressing interest. Understanding these nuances can prevent misunderstandings and help you see his actions in the right context. Now that you have a clearer picture of his behavior and your own feelings, what should you do next? If you're interested, give him the opportunity to take the next step by showing that you're open and receptive. Maintain eye contact, smile, and engage with him in conversations that go beyond small talk. If he's already making an effort, you can subtly reciprocate to let him know you appreciate his attention. If he hasn't made a move yet, creating moments where he feels comfortable expressing his feelings might encourage him to do so. However, if you notice that his interest seems inconsistent or unclear, don't be afraid to step back and reassess. Sometimes mixed signals are just that, mixed signals. The key takeaway is to trust your instincts. If something feels genuine, it probably is. If something feels off, don't ignore that feeling. Relationships thrive on honesty and mutual effort, so don't settle for uncertainty. If he truly likes you, his actions will make it clear. If you've noticed any of these signs in someone, share your experiences in the comments. Let's keep the conversation going and help each other navigate the complexities of attraction.